What's up, Guardians? Kelly here. In this video, we are going to cover Warlocks in detail, talk about the subclasses and the base kits, and what to choose in what area. Warlock just have three different subclasses in terms of light and one in dark. Let's start with the class ability, which is Rift. You can create a Rift of Healing or Empowering Rift, which will either heal you or will give you a damage buff. So, deploying a Healing Rift will heal you and your team while standing in it, while Empowering Rift will help you increase weapon damage inside it. We have different types of jumps: burst, balanced, and strafe. Burst is quite easy to use when you are getting inside the game because Warlock's a bit hard to jump. We have different melee and grenade sets for each and every different subclass. The Void melee and Void grenades, good for suppressing and weakening. The Arc melee and Arc grenade, good for chaining enemies with lightning. And the solar melee and grenades for burning, healing, or getting radiant. So let's get with solar. Solar, we have two different subclasses: supers, basically Daybreak, and Well of Radiance. Well of Radiance is an S tier super which drops a well, which is quite like the Rift, but instead of well, we have a combination of empowering and healing inside this well. So if there are enemies, you just drop a well. While standing in the well, you can tack hell out of everything. You won't be easy to die until unless your super runs out or it gets broken by the ads or enemies. The other super, the Daybreak, is quite useful when you are in a PvP situation. When you fire your super, you just literally can fly around, dish out damage while going really fast, and like it's an endless fly. You can even absorb your grenade to just keep on flying in the air. Next come Void. Void is all about doing damage. You can dish out massive damage using Nova Bomb Cataclysmic, or you can go inside PvP using Nova Warp. You have different grenades. You can use Vortex Grenade with aspect and builds fragments and use like hell at a DBS using your grenades. The super cataclysmic, just throw a orb and it will track down the enemy and then it will explode, damaging the enemy away further. The Nova Bomb Vortex just does the same, but yeah, it's not that good. It just drops a super on the ground and it will stay there. Any enemy or ad who walks in will get damaged. And as in Destiny, there are not much static enemies. It's waste. Last come Nova Warp and Void. A bit fun to use in PvE, but nothing better. You can use this in PvE, PvP. You can just blink with left click, left your light attack. You can just do damage to the enemy players who are there. Then you can run again with blinking by your heavy attack. It's a good PvP experience using this super. A bit hard to get into it, but once you go, it's very easy to get kills with it. The last of the light subclass, the Arc. It's all about chaining, lightning enemies. Not that good in terms of DPS or survivability, but yeah, when it's Arc, you can use Chaos Reach super. This fires a beam, just like using Kamehameha on your enemies, killing them or doing a bit more damage. While with Storm Trace, you can live up the fantasy of becoming a Sith Lord, going berserk, chaining your enemies, killing ads basically. Or in PvP, you can use it to track down multiple enemies and yeah, kill them using your arc abilities, your super. The last are the supers, the dark subclass Shadebinder of Stasis. This is a very good super in terms of ad control and end game. With different aspects and fragments, you can create build that will stop all the ads. We have different rifts, healing and empowering. The super shade binder, you go using light attacks, you freeze the enemy, and then once they are freezing, you use your heavy attack to blow them. It's a very good super in PvP. Also using your grenades and aspects, you can deploy freezing turrets. These turrets will freeze any enemies, and with different exotics you can even further down by getting 2 turrets, which will be helping you in a lot of ad control. So overall, Stasis really good for ad control and endgame. Arc good for memes and killing enemies using lightning. Void is good for DPS, damage, grenade builds, and Solar is really good for survival and must use in raids and dungeons and game content, because every raid team would be asking for a well warlock just for the survival only. If you like the video, please do share and subscribe. For more such videos, please do not forget to comment in the video on what you need. Have a nice day, Guardians. Peace out.